Completing Form AP1. Change of name and transfer of property from 1 to 2 registered proprietors as a gift. Welcome to our short step-by-step guide to completing Form AP1 if you want to change your name in the register and transfer your property from 1 to 2 proprietors where no money is changing hands. You'll find more information about Form AP1 and how to complete it in our video How to Complete Form AP1. Essentially, the AP1 is an application form. You use it to make an application to us to change the land register of England and Wales. In this video, we're looking at how to complete Form AP1 when applying to change an existing name in the register or add someone else's name to the register. If at any point you're unsure of any aspect of the application you're making, we recommend you seek advice from a legal professional. In our example, Anne Mary Jones is the owner of 5 Park Road, Hull, HU25 1AA. HM Land Registry has recorded her ownership in the Land Register of England and Wales. She is the property's current registered proprietor. Anne recently got married. She now wants to change her name in the property title register and add her husband as a registered proprietor of her house. Anne first applies to change her name in the register from Anne Mary Jones to Anne Mary Smith. She will need to send us a certified copy of her marriage certificate as evidence. Using black ink and block capitals, Anne fills out panels 1 to 3 with the name of the local authority where the property is located, the property's full postcode, and the title number of her property. As she's transferring the whole of the property, she puts an X in the first box. In panel 4, she lists the 2 applications in order. She's not selling her property, so she states its current market value in column 2, alongside transfer of share. She checks the fees on our website gov.uk. There's no fee to change a name, so she puts 0 in column 3, alongside change of name. No money is changing hands in the transfer from 1 to 2 proprietors. It's a gift. We call this a transfer not for monetary consideration, which comes under Scale 2 fees. Anne is giving her husband an equal share, half or 50% in her house, so we assess the fee on half the value of the property. Anne's house is worth £250,000. Half of £250,000 is £125,000, so the fee is based on £125,000, which falls in the range of £100,001 to £200,000 as shown on screen. As Anne is not a conveyancer, she will need to send the application to us by post, so the fee is £70. Remember, Anne is not selling her property. She has stated its current market value in column 2. Now she adds the correct fee for the transfer in column 3. In panel 5, she lists all the documents she's sending with the Form AP1. These are a completed Form TR1 to transfer the property, a certified copy of her marriage certificate to prove she has legally changed her name, a completed Form ID1 or ID3 as evidence of her own identity, and a completed Form ID1 or ID3 as evidence of her husband's identity. Anne wants the property to be in both her own and her husband's names, so she writes both out as applicants in panel 6, and completes panel 7 with her full details: name, address, email, and phone number. HM Land Registry no longer sends third-party notifications, so Anne leaves panel 8 blank, and sets out addresses for her husband Thomas and herself in panel 9. She makes it very clear whose address is whose. Anne doesn't want to register a new mortgage and has no overriding interests to disclose, so she ignores panels 10 and 11. and puts an X in the second box of panel 12 to confirm she is not a conveyancer. Only conveyancers complete panel 13, so she then goes straight to panel 14. Anne is the current owner of the property, so in panel 14 she puts herself down as the transferor in column 1. She also alerts us to her name change. Making sure she uses separate boxes, she puts her husband, Thomas, as a transferee in column 1. Anne is transferring the property into joint names, so puts herself down as a transferee too. After all, she is not transferring the whole property into Thomas's sole name. In column 2, she would give details of the conveyancer who is acting for her, including their reference, but neither she nor Thomas is represented, so she writes none in column 2 for each of them. With no discharge to register, Anne leaves this part blank and fills out section 2. She puts an X in the first box for both herself and her husband as the applicants. Finally, Anne and Thomas both sign and date the form. Anne makes sure all the forms are completed. She checks all the panels in the AP1, TR1, ID1 or ID3 for herself, ID1 or ID3 for Thomas. She puts them all in an envelope with her supporting evidence, which is a certified copy of her marriage certificate and the fee, and sends the package to our Citizen Centre in Gloucester. What happens next? Our dedicated citizen team will process Anne's application as soon as possible. Watch our short YouTube video to find out more. Go to HMLR What's Happening with My Application. For more information, download Form AP1. Download a copy of Form AP1 from our website gov.uk. Simply type AP1 into your browser. Check the title register and title plan, the deeds, before beginning an application. Make sure all the details are correct. If not, you can apply to update the register. This helps avoid unnecessary delays. If your application does become urgent, you can ask us to expedite or fast track it. Find your postcode. Top tip: what's the postcode? If you don't know your postcode, try using Royal Mail's Find a Postcode service online. Fees. For information on fees, see our guidance pages on gov.uk. These include a list of application types which are exempt from fees. Type HMLR fees into your browser. Helpful tips. Do make sure documents are clear and legible. Do check names match the names in the register and in all documents. If they don't, send explanatory evidence, for example, a marriage certificate. Do provide a translation of foreign documents. And do seek legal advice if you're not sure about anything. We hope you found this information helpful. You'll find more guidance on completing Form AP1 and our identity forms on our website. For more short videos on land registration topics, subscribe to our YouTube playlist Public Guidance. Or visit our public guidance pages on gov.uk for information and guidance on a variety of topics. Simply type HMLR Public into your browser.